Hey guys, welcome to another episode of bull prospecting. So, I've noticed my yields in the past few videos. They weren't as much as I honestly thought I was going to recover. So, I think the problem has been is when I am dissolving my zinc in the muriatic acid, I'm not rinsing it thoroughly enough. So then when I go to put it in the nitric acid, I'm actually putting it in aqua regia, dissolving the gold, putting it into solution, and dumping it in my silver cell unknowingly. So I started thinking about it because this last recovery I did should have been stellar, and it wasn't. There was literally nothing there, and I'm like, and I had a whole bunch of green liquid, which I'll show you here in a second. And that green liquid I figured was the copper and silver, and that all the rest of the sediment was just the gold left behind. That wasn't the case, and this has happened to me, I believe, twice now. So now what I have to do is go into my solution bucket, and I'm going to attempt to recover the gold out of this bucket. So we're going to hope for the best here and see what we can do, because I really feel there's a lot of gold just floating around in that bucket out there, and it ain't doing no good out there. We need to get it into a solid state. So hopefully we can make this happen, and I'll post a video either way. So here we go. Okay, guys, you want to make sure you got a gas mask on and you got gloves. Gas mask and gloves. What we're going to do is we're going to take this and pour it through our filter. Safety first. And no amount of gold worth your life.
So I'm going to filter this all out, and then I'll show you what we got at the end.
Okay guys, here's our solution. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour in some sodium metabisulfate. And then we're going to stir it around. And hopefully, if there is any gold locked up in here, I'll be able to get it out. Now I'm going to stir this around, let it sit overnight, and we should have some clear liquid in the morning. So we're just going to let it sit and do its thing.
Alright guys, it's the next day. I haven't taken the top off, but I do have my mask on. This is a big batch, so there's a lot of sodium metabisulfate in here, and the fumes from that shit are bad news. So you want to make sure you got a mask on. Now what I got to do is give me 1 second, let me put my gloves on. Okay, so I'm putting my gloves on now, and I haven't even opened this top yet, so I don't know what we're going to find. I did melt down all the solids last night, and it didn't look very promising. So, looks like I got a lot of silver. Let's see what we got here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get something a little smaller than this. This is too big. Let me get something a little bit smaller, like a measuring cup. Now here we go, guys. This is going to work a lot better. Way less splashing and everything. I'm really hoping we got a lot of gold sediment here at the bottom. You know, I have gotten like almost an ounce out of my recovery, so yeah, I honestly don't know if I'll get anything out of this, but it's worth a shot. Look at the color in that. I'm going to do this. I don't want to bore you guys with watching me do this. I'm going to go ahead and get this all down to the bottom, and then I'll show you what we got as far as the sediment goes. Okay guys, there it is. I got it in this beaker, and you know, the sediment looks good. It looked like a nice caramel brown. But we'll know. We got to let it settle to the bottom here, and then collect the solids, rinse them out, and then bring them to the melting dish. So we just got to let it sit for a while and let it do its thing. I did add some surfactant. That's going to help all the particles fall out. If you do have, if you don't have this, and all you have is like a pool surfactant, that'll actually work a little bit better. But be careful, don't put too much in. Just really like 3-4 drops is all you need. Alright, so we're going to let this do its thing, and then we'll collect the solids and melt it down.
Alright guys, there it is. It's you just gotta let it finish filtering. You see we got a lot of silver still in solution, that's fine. But this is our gold sediment. We just gotta let it, basically dry out. And then we're gonna put that filter right into a crucible and melt it right down. And this should be pretty high purity because you can tell by how brown and caramel that sediment is. So we're gonna let this filter out and melt it down and see what we got. Okay, there it is, guys. It's all dried out. Now I just gotta melt it down. It's actually a lot smaller than I thought it was gonna be. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and melt it down. Okay guys, this is what I got it down to so far. Just got a little bit more melting to do, and we'll see what we got. Okay guys, there's our take from our bucket. You can see that thing came out pretty awesome. I'm trying to get the zoom in if I can for you. Look at that, man. That thing came out sweet, right? This thing. There we go. That is freaking butter. Look at that. So that's probably like 12, 13K. So like I said, we're gonna let this get a lot bigger before we refine it. Now let's put it on the scale and see what it says. Okay, let's see what we got here. 4.2. That is not bad. 4.2, man, out of that bucket. So that tells me I'm gonna have to start rinsing my assets way better before I start sticking them in the stock pot. So that concludes this video. On the next video, we're gonna process some computer chips and work on getting a big old blob. So we want to try to get this nugget up to an ounce so we can refine it. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Ow! Later on.